while ago, I reviewed an awesome new tent that we bought, the 7x9 White Duck Prota Deluxe canvas tent. And while I love that tent, we had an issue with it. White Duck responds. Check it out. Hey guys, I'm Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. Today I want to talk about the response I received from White Duck in response to my issue I had with their 7x9 White Duck Prota Deluxe canvas tent I bought. And you can see the review of that tent right up here that outlines the issue that we had with it, in that for the sleeve that goes over the top pole that tensions the roof, the sleeve was too long, so it didn't fit between the detents, therefore wouldn't lock into place and secure the roof of the tent, making the tent pretty much useless until the sleeve was modified. In this case, I cut it to make it work. But if you had bought that tent and not set it up beforehand and gone out camping with it, you wouldn't have been able to use the tent, which definitely would have ruined a camping trip. And so I was pretty frustrated that that happened. And so I reached out to White Duck and I promised them that I would create a video detailing their response. And admittedly, guys, I am super late in getting this video out. White Duck resolved this issue a long time ago, and I've been meaning to sit down and make this video, and I just have been swamped with other things. And so I'm just now getting back to it. So I want to apologize to White Duck for not getting this video out sooner, and I wanted to make sure I set the record straight because I'm very, very happy with White Duck's reply. So I want to just tell you what I did. So I obviously shot that video and I sent a message to them. And this is what I said. I said, I recently purchased the Prota Deluxe 7x9, my second White Duck tent. And while I love the tent, I was very disappointed the sleeve for the ridge pole was too long and had to be trimmed to fit between the detents. I do outdoor gear reviews on YouTube, and I documented the problem in my review video, and I sent them the link. While I'm hoping this was just an error in packing, I have concerns about recommending your products if you have a quality control problem. Had I not set this tent up at home before a camping trip, I would not have been able to use this tent safely on a camping trip, which would cause major inconvenience. In my review video, I told my viewers I would contact White Duck and make a video detailing your response, which I'm doing right now. I completely understand mistakes can be made, but if I am going to recommend White Duck gear to my viewers, I want to have confidence in your company. I look forward to hearing from a representative of White Duck Outdoors. Thank you, Kevin Kemp, Kemp Outside. Right, so I sent that, I think, December 5th, right? I got an email the next day, December 6th. Like I said, I'm really late in getting this video out to you guys, and I apologize. And I apologize to White Duck. This is the response I got. Hi, Kevin. Thank you for reaching out. I'm sorry to hear about the issue with the T-pole sleeve in your Prota Deluxe 7x9 tent and the inconvenience it caused. We sincerely appreciate your candid YouTube review and have noted your concerns regarding the pole quality, the suggestion to replace the door's Velcro with a zipper, the main T-pole sleeve issue, and stitching on the tent. We have shared these points with our product development and quality assurance teams to ensure these matters are thoroughly investigated, including how the pole passed quality checks. Thank you for your feedback. It helps us improve, and we've committed to addressing these issues promptly. While we work on resolving these issues, we'd like to offer you a replacement for the complete T-pole set and a 10% refund to acknowledge the inconvenience caused by the sleeve adjustment. If you have any other suggestions on how we can resolve this issue, please don't hesitate to let us know. We're committed to finding a solution that works for you. Please don't hesitate to share any further comments or feedback. Thank you, White Duck. Well, guys, I was pretty happy with that response. Number one, I did mention that, the fit and finish on the poles could be better, right? Especially on my 10x10, the fit and finish could have been better. The 7x9 fit and finish on the poles looked pretty good, so I really didn't have much to complain about there, but they did notice that I mentioned it in the video. Obviously, the stitching, there was a few areas where there was extra thread sticking out of the stitching, but that's not a big deal. I've seen that on almost every canvas tent I buy. Maybe not on some of the really high dollar canvas tents, you might not have that. But on a lot of canvas tents, there's just a little bit of extra stitching, and it's usually no problem, right? It's usually not a big deal at all. And on this case, Both of my white duck tents, it's not an issue. It's just something I noticed. And then the replacing the doors Velcro with a zipper, that is the biggest thing that I have on white duck tents is the Velcro at the bottom is okay. It works okay, guys. I've used these tents a number of times. It works okay. I would rather have a zipper. So I would love it if White Duck incorporated a zipper in the future. That's up to them. And then obviously they addressed the pull sleeve. What I noticed that they didn't do was offer me a bell tent like I joked about in the video that said if they wanted to make it up to me, they could send me one of their canvas bell tents to review. I guess they didn't have the sense of humor I was hoping for. But, I mean, those are expensive tents. I didn't really expect them to send one. I was just kind of kidding around. It's kind of my humor. But I would love to test one of their bell tents one of these days. And, guys, I am a huge fan of both my 10x10 and my 7x9 White Duck Prota Deluxe. So, I was pretty pleased with that response. So I responded, and said, thank you for responding to my message. I'm glad you're taking it seriously, blah, blah, blah. I accept the 10% refund. And I seriously hope that no one else has received the wrong pull sleeve, right? I said, I appreciate your offer of a complete T-pull setup, but that isn't necessary. I said, if you want to send a new sleeve, that is acceptable. And what they ended up doing was actually sending me the full T-pull set. So they didn't just send a sleeve. And quite honestly, I haven't used it. I've just kept it in the shipping bag that they shipped it in, wrapped in bubble wrap, because I'm going to continue to use what I already have because I've already trimmed that pole. It works just fine. I trimmed the sleeve. It works just fine. And so I'm just going to keep using what I have, but I'm going to save this in case, we ever have any issues, heaven forbid a tree falls on the tent or something and bends a pole. I've got extras. So I appreciate White Duck for sending it. One of the things though was that this was a message I got from them. It said, again, hi, Kevin, thank you for your thoughtful response. I'm glad to hear that you're satisfied with our effort to address the issue. We appreciate your understanding, and I'm happy to send the new sleeve as you requested. Kindly note that the sliding sleeve is currently unavailable at the warehouse, but we will be procuring them directly from the manufacturing facility. The shipping may take 10 to 14 days. We appreciate your patience, and we'll keep you updated on the progress. A 10% refund has been processed, and you will receive a confirmation email shortly. And then they, mentioned again a few of the other things that I had mentioned, that they appreciate me sharing positive feedback about the 7x9 and the 10x10. So they noticed that I did a review on both tents. They, again, addressed the concern about the Velcro and the zipper and mentioned potentially making future improvements, taking my feedback into consideration. So, again, I felt like I was dealing with, one, a real person, and two, someone who actually took the time to understand my issue. All that to say, a new pole did show up. It did take a few days. I understand that things get out of stock at the warehouse, but they took care of it. They took care of the 10% refund. And so, guys, I am super happy. I'm super happy with how White Duck resolved the issue. Again, I'm still concerned that, this was a critical component of the setup of the tent. And so always, 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 guys, no matter what brand tent you buy, right, set it up in the backyard before you take it on a camping trip, because mistakes do happen, right? It's not just White Duck. It can be anybody, from Coleman to Alps Mountaineering to MSR to Eureka to, all the different brand tents that I've stayed in over the years, right? Every manufacturer can make a mistake and ship the wrong thing. And the last thing you want to do is pull a brand new tent out of the box when you've driven, guys, I just drove to Washington State from Florida on a camping trip. And if I had gotten out to Washington State and I didn't have the right poles for my tent, you can bet I would be furious, right? It's not such a big deal if you're setting it up in the backyard to test it out and you've got time before the trip to make sure everything is right. It's not a big deal to reach out to the manufacturer and say, hey guys, well, this is frustrating and I'm frustrated that this happened. I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to make it right before my trip. And in this case, White Duck took great care of me. So I want to thank White Duck for their response. And again, I want to apologize to them for taking so long to get out this video, because I do think it's really, really important that, that people know when the customer service gets it right. And so guys, that is a big plus, because White Duck, as a tent manufacturer, produces some really great canvas tents at really good prices. But one of the things that people get concerned about when the price is a little bit less than some of the competitors is they go, well, how's the customer service? Well, I can report from firsthand that customer service is fantastic with White Duck. So I'm very happy to be an affiliate of White Duck. I'm very happy to use their tents and to represent their tents and recommend that people use my affiliate links to buy their tents. So with that, guys, I'm going to put an affiliate link below where you can check out White Duck Outdoors. They make all kinds of really cool stuff. There's some more stuff that I've been wanting to get from them. I've been wanting to check out their firewood haulers. I would love to check out a bell tent, although I don't need another tent right now, so it's kind of like, but they have some firewood haulers. They have some canvas duffel bags and various things. White Duck makes some really cool stuff out of canvas, so I definitely encourage you to go use the links below, check them out, buy with confidence. If it's not right when it gets to you, I have full confidence that White Duck will make it right in the unlikely event that you have an issue. So I want to thank White Duck again for their response. Guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about White Duck Outdoors, canvas tents, camping in general, anything like that, drop some in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Camp Outside exists to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. One of the things that you really, really need if you're going to go camping, especially if you're going to go camping no matter what the weather, you really need a high-quality tent, guys. And I love canvas tents. I have ditched polyester tents for the most part. The only time I ever carry a polyester tent is if I need a really lightweight tent for what I'm doing. But in general, if I'm camping in canvas. I've got 2 White Duck tents. I probably will have more before my life is over. They make fantastic tents, so check them out. And if you have any questions about canvas tents or anything, drop some in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. But get your kids outside, take them camping, get a good tent. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ring that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. We have a ton of camping content coming in 2025. We're going to be doing some camping trips. We're going to be doing some fishing trips. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff. So if you love outdoor content, camp out with us right here at Camp Outside. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.